Happy Tuesday. So I have these two pieces here, this one and this one. There were doors on a pie safe. Pie safe is non-salvageable. So I'm taking these and I'm going to be turning them to, I'm making more chalkboards. One is going in the kitchen because the one that I made, too bulky for the kitchen, the spot that I wanted it in, didn't work out really good, so I ended up putting it in the dining room. But these, I'm going to do two of them. One is going in Ollie's playroom for a chalkboard for him to play on. He's just hit that age where he stopped eating crayons and chalk, so we can actually kind of start to have some fun. And then the other one is going in the kitchen where I originally wanted one. So I'm cleaning these up. They got green paint on them. This side I'm just going to sand. I'm not really going to use that side. I am going to be using this side. But they have these metal meshes here on them. So they have these mesh things here that I'm taking off. They were, you got to use a pry bar because they're like stapled on and nailed on and screwed on and everything else on. So I got to take them off, and then I'm going to be sanding these down real nice. And this part, the green part, that'll be the back. I'm going to sand it down because this is a little rough. Oops, sorry, it's a little rough in areas and stuff. So I'm going to sand that down just to keep it on rough. But this side is the side that I'm going to be using, and we'll see how that turns out. I got to get some backing to use for the chalkboard, which I think we might have in the top of the garage. So I'm going to get this all together and see what it looks like. All right, keep you posted. Good morning, Instagrammers. So I am just putting one coat of a polyacrylic on these pieces that I was doing for the chalkboards. I'm only doing one because I just want to keep the wet look. I like the way the wood came out. Shows a lot of details. Almost looks like it's been stained, but it hasn't. So I'm doing a coat, just one coat of polyacrylic, just to give it that more of a wet stained look. And I like to use polyacrylic and not urethane. Polyurethane yellows after a while. Polyacrylic will not. Plus, polyacrylic, you can do it in the house. It doesn't really have much of an odor at all either. So it's really good for that too. Nice and easy to go on. Looks great. Okay. So now the reveal of what I'm putting inside of the picture frame. I'm doing a chalkboard. I am making it a chalkboard for my kitchen. Because I keep saying that I need to write down like a grocery list or something like that, and then I just write it down on a piece of paper. The paper gets lost, Oliver rips it up or something. So I'm like, a chalkboard is something that we actually would use all the time, not just for decoration. I would actually use it a lot in the kitchen area. So especially when I have a lot of company coming over, I need to plan out my meals. I can just write down real quick what days I'm doing what, so I know what to get at the grocery store. So besides it looking absolutely amazing, it's going to be useful. So I am going to be doing my chalkboard. Super easy. Actually, from what I know, I've actually never painted a chalkboard. So I have here, I have Rust-Oleum chalkboard. I have black finish. It comes in green finish. Interestingly enough, maybe I'm way out of times here, but I did not know that they have whiteboard paint to make whiteboards for markers. That's crazy. Didn't know that. I saw that and on the shelf, and I was like, what? No way. But I guess they came up with everything. So, sorry if I'm way behind the times on that one. But yeah, I got chalkboard, Rust-Oleum chalkboard, black finish, and I just have a matte board here. It's a rather thick cardboard. I call it a matte board. It's way thicker than cardboard, but it's going to be fine for the chalkboard. It's going to dry hard and everything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Okay, so I'm going to be using a paintbrush. A lot of people I know, they use a roller. It probably does a little bit better of a finish in the end. I don't have a small roller, and I don't really want to do all that cleanup. Just cleaning a brush is easy enough for me. So I'm just going to brush it on. If you read the instructions on the can, it tells you can use a brush. You just use even coats. So I'm just going to be brushing it on. I probably need a couple coats, but I'm just going to brush it on and see how it goes. So I will show you after 1 and 2 coats. I'll send you some pictures. Thanks. Here is the finished chalkboard, and I'm in love with it. I added this piece here from the back of an old pew, church pew that we are working on. So I added this here to hold all the chalk in. So that's all in there. And other than that, this is it. If you liked this project and you want to see more, hit like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for some more awesome projects.